G'day guys, welcome back to another video of Manor demo. So, give you a quick update. So, in my last game, everything turned to shit real quick. I got into winter and I just blew through all my food in about 2 weeks and everyone died. And then the whole game got glitchy and I ended up getting all glitches all over the map and I just decided to restart the game again. So I've got it back to pretty much where I was. Not the same village, of course, but the same level. And I've just got to the point where I've built the church. So as soon as you built the church, you get a new mission, which is to pay taxes to the king, and it doesn't give you very much time. Now it says 210 days until paid up on there, but if you have a look down here, it's actually 322 days. So you've got a full year to do it, but you can't pay taxes unless you get a tax collector. Now you've got to build a bailey, a gatehouse, and a tax collecting hall. So this one, tax collector. So there's a bit of a glitch with this at the moment. So I've already built this once. You've got to make sure that you've got your logs in storage, because the bailey wall you can actually build with no logs, and then the ox will go over and pick up the log, drop off, and it'll only drop off 3 logs, and then the ox will do nothing. So I've had to delete the wall and I'm currently building the gatehouse now. I've already got the 6 logs into the wall, so let's see what happens with our ox. So hopefully this time he will deliver. We'll go into super quick. Hopefully he'll deliver all 6 of these logs this time, and then hopefully he will continue to work. Now, a lot of people have, so there we go again. So it just started glitching out. Okay, so hopefully that disappeared. Okay, so that's pretty much, that's what it did in my last game at about this exact same level. So let's see if we can get through this and see whether we can actually get this built. So it might be something to do with the rain. Also, last time I did this, they didn't actually finish the bailey wall, but they've definitely done it this time. Okay, so now we've got to build the bailey house, the manor house, this one, and you need 10 for that. So there's, when you start this, make sure you've got about 30 logs, because you've only got 300 days to do it. Now the other thing that I still wasn't able to upgrade these. So you've got to fill in these green diamonds. So you've got to have 2 articles of clothing. So that can either be leather or yarn or cloth. And you've also got to produce beer. So I haven't got to the beer part yet, but I've already started over here. So I've got my flax in. Or what have I got in here? Emma. Oh no, I should be having flax in there, but I'm actually going to be building more food because I don't want to die this winter. Because once you start getting up into these 14, 15s, they really chew through the food. So we've got that done, and now we just need 1 more log, and we can build the manor house. And we'll show you that one, and then I might skip forward a bit. So we'll just slow up, and now let's build the manor house. So the manor house goes inside the bailey, and this will actually give you an extra 5 people as well. And I think that was the problem, is that extra 5 people really threw me over the edge with my food. So I'm already dropping for some reason. I don't know why. I've got 2 hunters. Probably because of my berries have gone. There we go. That'll be the reason. So let's put another one on hunting. And so you really need something more than hunting during this winter. So I haven't got my flax, or I haven't got my wheat set up yet, and I don't even know if I'm going to get any. So I think I'm going to hit winter. Well, I hit winter in December, so I've only got 2 more months, so I might just try and take those farmers off, and I'll try to build another. What do we want? Another meat stall. We'll get that done if I got enough. And then I'll take these farmers off, and then hopefully I can get through winter this time, and then just try to survive. So we'll come back in a second when everything's done, and I'll show you what happened. Okay, so we're still building the manor house. I've just hit winter and I'm in a world of shit already. I've already lost all my food. I'm already down to 5. I've only got 5. I've got 33 vegetables. I've got no meat for some reason. I've only got one wild area, and that might be the reason. I can't even see how many I've got. So I've got no animals apart from on this whole map. I've only got one of my wild area, and I've only just realised that. I've got no berries coming in. I've got 5 food, and I've got no vegetables. So I've already set up the mill, but I haven't set up the communal oven. So let's hope that we can get through this with bread. So this turns flour to bread. So my first playthrough, I actually made it through 3 or 4 winters. So I think the map and the weather conditions change, which is interesting. So I didn't even realize, I just had a look up here that I had some wheat, so it doesn't tell you whether you're getting any wheat or anything. And I've actually got 36 flour already, so I'm not sure how that happened. So if we can get this baker up, we might be able to hang on. So let's see if we can get these 2 logs over there and get that. Now also the manor house is up, and I've only got 200 days left to pay my tax. So we've got to get this the bakery up, because if not, they're all going to start dying, just like they did last time. So it gets real brutal real quick, this game, if you're not set up and you don't do this early game. So what have I got? I've got a month. I don't know how I've got a month. So I just ran out of food then. So we've got to get this up really quickly. So let's see what happens. I've got no meat coming in. I've got nothing. So let's see if we can get this bakery up. So what did I get in then? 5 meat. So I'm still getting some meat, but it's not enough. But we just have to hang on, and let's see whether we can start growing our bread supply. Alright, so he's dropped that off, so they've just got to build this now. They're still hanging on. Okay, so that's done. And have I got anyone in here? 2, 3. What do I have? Oh, okay. So because I built the manor house, I've got an extra 5 workers. Okay, so that definitely helps. There's no need to have a farm during winter. I don't think they do anything. Also, another thing I've noticed, that if your storage gets full, your pantry and your storage, they won't produce anything. So make sure you keep building another storehouse and that sort of stuff. So how are we going now? 2 meat. So I wonder how long it takes them to bake bread. Let's go in and have a look if they're actually working. So I've got plenty. I've got 60 flour. Okay, so she's just bringing in some flour now, and hopefully she can get some out. Now we've also got to worry about our taxes, so we've got to build the Taxation Hall. I'm down to 185 days now. So did we get it? Yeah, we got 1 bread then, and hopefully bread is like nutritious, keeps everyone well fed. So we should get a bit of meat, and we should be able to get 60. How many? We got 60 flour. We're only in December. Anyway, let's have a look at what we need for this. So this is, see, now that I've got the manor house and the gatehouse and the bailey set up, this unlocks. So now we can construct this and we fit that in. So once they get that one built, okay, you'll see up here you get 17. You have to adjust your tax rate. You put it up and then you get 17. If you go 1%, you get 17 at the beginning of each month. So let's fast forward and fingers crossed we can get some bread in. So yeah, we actually so bread may be your best bet because they seem to go through vegetables and bread and meat really quickly. So maybe the bread is better for the villagers. So now I'm climbing back up. I'm still, you're still right on the edge, but if you're early game, build some mill and get your baker set up and make sure you get your wheat in early. Okay, but now once we get our tax collector, we start getting some money, which means that we can actually start importing our extra oxen. And that's another thing. Once you get an extra ox or two or three, it just makes the game so much easier all of a sudden. You're not always waiting for the ox all the time. So anyway, we'll see if they can get this one up and then we'll see what happens to the tax. So I'll come back when that's done and that should wrap up this video. Okay, so I just finished off the tax collector. And if we go into there, how do I get the tax collector? So now we've got our geld. So basic tax collected per family on the first day of each month. So I'm going to put that up to 1 and that changes our approval. Work in progress, predicted approval, doesn't tell us about our income. So last time it said that I would get 17 at the start of the month. So let's go through to the start of the month and see what's happening. So we're in February, so we actually survived winter. So just by doing that bread, but if I didn't have this mill set up and I didn't have the field done early, I would have died again. Also, you got to be careful with the firewood because that can go super quick as well. I've got about 6 on firewood. So let's cruise through. Let's go through this month and see whether we actually get some money. We're down to 140, 41, 40 days for the quest. And hopefully, what are we down to? Low supplies. So we're still hanging on with our bread. Thank Christ. And especially on a map like this, so the one without any other wild animals. So the last map I did had 3. Okay, so we're running out of food again. We just lost all our bread. And do we have any more flour? And we've got no flour. So hopefully we can get some meat in. Or berries. Can we get berries? No. Alright, so they're all going to die again. Okay, so March just clicked over and we didn't get anything. Why didn't we get any money? So I paid my taxes. Collected whenever grain is milled to flour. I wish I'd known that. Storage limit reached again. Alright, so this is totally different to last time I played it. So everything, apart from the initial setup, everything went pretty smooth. Death hunger. Okay, here we go. So we've got no food. That's the death knell. So these guys are all going to start dying unless I do something quickly. So let's get some forages. Let's try to get in as many as we can before they all drop dead. Alright, there we go. Okay, so that took a bit. So we've got to rely more on berries than on hunting. So how many am I going to hang on? I've got no bread. What's our crop type? So even last time, this was also telling me how much I was expected to get. So I don't think I'm going to get anything for another couple of months. So we're just going to have to rely on berries, but we're all dying. But then again, when you die, they don't eat. So maybe that's a good thing. I've got everyone doing something. So we've got one berry. We're all fighting over the one berry. So anyway, guys, I don't know what happened then. So it looks like I'm going to lose this quest. But anyway, I hope that's informative, and let's see what happens. And if I have to again, I might start again and get to this stage again and see what happens. But if you like these videos, please like and subscribe. It costs you nothing, and we'll see you in the next one. Catch you later.